point of this is I had already watched the shows that I watch on MS Now. I'd already watched the 2 shows that I watch on CNN. So now I said, it has been at least 4 weeks since I have watched from from Waters to Gutfeld. Like watch that. Like watch Waters, watch Hannity, watch Laura Ingle, watch Gutfeld. Like watch all of them. And it's actually watched Gutfeld. It came on before Ingle because they were all on a repeat because it was late at night when I was doing this. But I watched and I saw like graphics and everything else, and I see like I'm thinking like, where the fuck is this guy getting this information? And then you watch the Fox News and you go, oh, because they don't. They will tell you that the ICE has been making arrests, and then they'll put in a graphic that they're pedophiles and sodomizers and child traffickers and drug traffickers, and so and I was and the guy said, yeah, you won't say anything about that on your fucking show. And I actually responded to him. I says, no, I'm going to do a segment on the show because I'm going to deep dive into this and see what I can find.
That was from KYLEB. I can read. He said, hey, next week you guys can pull up the list of all the people ICE arrested from Minnesota and read all the convicted charges they have, but you won't, though.
Can you see my response on there?
I'm looking at the script, not
okay.
but I'm sure Steve can bring it up. But why don't you give it to us?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm giving. So I went on. Anybody that's on my X.
Kev says, good luck. I've contacted the DHS and got nothing. It will be covered next show. Not a Fox News graphic stating they arrested people. I want names, charges, deportation date. No bullshit.
So I did that. So finally, I couldn't. I sent an email. I know I wasn't going to get response, and so I went on the Department of Homeland Security.org. And if anybody is on my X, you'll see that I put a post that says basically, why isn't this like done daily? I think that people would want to see this. All right, so that you can read that. I'll read that. It says, this information needs to be posted daily. I feel all of America wants this trash taken out. ICE arrest dozens of criminals. And then if you go to it and open it up, it has the mug shots. And it's a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And you go down, or up for you. Keep going. You're going to see, you'll wait till you see a mug shot. Just keep going, you see a mug shot. You'll see, you start to see mug shots, and it'll say, criminal alien from Mexico, final order removal dated December 1st, 2018. These are like come on, man. Like they're
2012.
Yeah, there's more. So this is what they're Laotians. I don't know if they broke into some Laotian fucking crime ring, but it's real fucking simple, man. Like, if you guys posted, like they do it in Volusia County when they do a raid, and they like our Sheriff Chitwood here will post on the Volusia County webpage fucking mugshots of every motherfucker that's on there with their name, the date that they were arrested, and what charges they have against them. Like, all we ask for, I think, as a country is transparency.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going and asking people for their papers, like your Gestapo, it's like, and I show you my papers, great, leave me the fuck alone. But I understand, and I don't want illegals in my country.
Of course, nobody does.
Especially, I don't want
It,
illegals that are fucking
criminals
I don't want illegal criminals in my country.
from
And
Laos.
I'll be the first one to fucking say that the Biden administration absolutely shit the bed on immigration. But our country has shit the bed on immigration since I was born.
Yeah, every administration has shit the bed on
So
administration on immigration.
I think that under the guise of immigration, we're kind of becoming semi fucking we're a police state. Let me put it this way: if you live in a blue state, you're going to get fucked with. I don't fucking living on the beach in Florida in a red state with DeSantis as my governor. I ain't going to get fucked with.
No.
My state don't do that. Now, but if I'm down in Miami-Dade, yep.
Well, this is the question, and this is the conundrum that thinking, logical, normal people have. How do you do this ethically, lawfully, and with due process? Nobody wants the guy from 2012 who's a fucking rapist or something continuing to run around in the country.
Yeah, but nobody wants the guy that was deported in 2012 be on the fucking the post of people that they've arrested. Like,
well, the order of deportation was 2012. I don't think
Yeah.
he left, right?
well,
Well, this is the problem too. There's no room to house these people. We talked about the alligator.
there
alley.
is. There's
Not every
Bullshit.
illegal alien in this country. If you
Oh
rounded
my
them up,
God, the amount of fucking private sector that charge $190 a day per head that
I
are
don't
fucking
even think
that
you'd
are
have enough.
that are shit. They're at 80% capacity right now, and 70% of the people that are in there haven't been charged yet.
Oh, so you're saying that it would overcrowd?
Not
That-
if
that
the
was my-
fucking, if the system was run correctly and we could fucking figure out what to do with the 70%. Like what ends up happening is they're illegal, but they really haven't done anything besides be illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have a criminal charge, and it's just like, okay, so if we're going to fucking make this a zero tolerance, so it's basically because as much as if you're a Christian, if you're just a human being that has a heart, the last thing you want is some person that's been in our country for 25, 30 years that's had put roots down, business, everything else, and just because there's some illegality in their immigration status, for them to just basically be snatched up, put in the back of a van, put in a detention center, and then while the fucking this fucking bureaucracy just tries to fucking figure out what the fuck we're gonna do, watches that family torn apart. I don't think anybody really wants that, but there's no in between. So you're either gonna go on a zero tolerance, and then that's fucked up, or you've got to use like where do we go there? I think that's always been the conundrum on the immigration acts.
So right. So what again? So what do you do? You really think that there's no in between, that you'd have either? Because here's the current process. Stop people randomly who look a certain way, and try to figure out if they've done anything illegal. So, I mean, it's not how we hunt drug dealers. It's not how we hunt murderers. It's not how we hunt illegal or illegal. There's investigation. There's due process. We find them. We try them. We imprison them or deport them if they're illegal. Standing on the corner or walking down the street, grabbing every man, woman, and I guess not child, man and woman that look a certain way and getting them to try to prove their citizenship, hoping maybe they did something illegal. The fuck is that?
Well,
That's third word.
before this whole situation came along. I remember watching on, I don't know if it was Vice, it was something, and it was an ICE unit, and it was either eight, I think it was 8 to 12 agents, and it basically like followed them, and they followed their leads, and I mean it was done very, very well, but it also showed, man, like fuck it's a very difficult job done correctly.
Done correctly, of course.
Done correctly, to fucking to build, because one thing that you realize is how fucking insulated those communities are, and they fucking have, they have ways to
Networks of protection. Yeah.
protection, and they ways to move people and get them the fuck out before, like once word. So everything was these, basically door kicking, fucking 4 a.m. type procedures, where they were fucking going, not knowing what was on the other side of the door, and I'm just watching this going, motherfucker, man, like this is a. So you look at it when it's done at that level, and then you look at it what's being done right now, and I would love, for the day that Miss Good was shot, I would love to see in that neighborhood the arrest records for what went down, like who they arrested for what, like in that vicinity for the day, because we lost a U.S. citizen. Like what was gained by it? Like, and I think that has to be a daily thing. If Gnomes is going to fucking actually be something besides a parody or a fucking skit on Saturday Night Live, like all these people, if they're really going to fucking like do their fucking jobs, it's never too late the next day to actually fucking learn something. And if you don't fucking know, man, I don't think that there's a problem of fucking finding somebody on your staff that knows what the fuck's going on. Just because you fucking dance YMCA up in fucking South Dakota with the fucking president doesn't mean you're qualified to do this fucking job. So it's like we need to put qualified people in these positions, and we need to get a fucking game plan. And one of those things is more transparency on who is being arrested.
You can be pro law enforcement and
Absolutely.
still want exemplary execution of their jobs. I'm very pro law enforcement.
I
The only
am
fucking
too.
show I watch is Live PD, and has been or OP Live. What are they now?